Thank you for letting me come on, because otherwise I'd have been on the floor chewing the carpet in sheer frustration.
Would you?
You have given me, a faithful viewer, the chance to express my opinions. And
so is Liz Truss toast?
Yes.
Simple as that.
Right.
But it's interesting. You say yes. What does that mean for the Conservative Party?
It's not very good news. It's not very good news. Look, why do I say toast? Because I mustn't be flip. It's just that I look at this and I think, how could they have got themselves into this situation? And how could Liz Truss have proved that Boris was a spectacularly good Prime Minister? I mean, it's all ridiculous. Now, cutting to the chase. She wanted to do everything all at once. She destabilised the market, with allowing Kwarteng to make £45 billion in tax cuts, but not, in the good old days, which is my way of describing the time when I was in government, though I wasn't a very big wheel in government, but the good old days, you've got tax cuts when you've been good and when public expenditure was under control. I mean, when I was Chief Secretary, because of what others did, I mean, I just happened to be on, it was on my watch, it was the lowest percentage of the national wealth that was taken by the state. Since when it shot up. The idea that you make tax cuts for the wealthy and you borrow money in order to do so, this is illiteracy. This is the equivalent, frankly, of, letting a couple of children into the Treasury, which has turned into a fireworks factory, and they just chuck the matches around to see what happens.
Of course, Kwasi Kwarteng is not a chance when it comes to this. I mean, he's a very clever, educated man who should know what he's doing.
Of course. But the trouble is also, a lot of these people are being put in these jobs when they're very, very young, when they haven't had much experience. I'm nothing against Kwasi Kwarteng's intelligence and his experience at, making money with people who speculate against the pound and that sort of thing. What I'm against with Kwasi Kwarteng is his inability, apparently, to take advice. They got rid of the one man in the Treasury who would have told them not to do it before they did it. And now, of course, they've had to go to backtrack on that. So is Liz Truss toast? It depends on her attitude. The Tory party cannot afford to have weeks and weeks and weeks of feverish rumour-mongering and the rest of it, because, we get back to the old jokes. I love these old jokes. They go out of fashion and they come back. Are you a member, sir, of an organised political party? No, I'm a Conservative. Yeah. And, it's got back to that. It wasn't like that for quite some years. So as a consequence, what Liz Truss will have to do, unless things buck up in the next couple of weeks, but they don't. But we will say, for the sake of the record, if in the next couple of weeks it gets better, but it's not going to. She has then got to be a grown-up girl. She hasn't been a very grown-up girl since she got Prime Minister, but she's got to be a grown-up girl. And what she's got to do is to acknowledge that this has been a spectacular failure, and in order not to destroy the party, she's got to step aside. If she steps aside, we've got to have our Michael Howard moment. Our Michael Howard moment was in 2003, when Michael Howard became leader of the Conservative Party by consensus. And if that happens, and if there was this, bringing back Penny Mordaunt and of course the former Chancellor, who I have a lot of time for, and they became a sort of dream team. I mean, it's not the biggest dream you've ever had in your life, but it's a better dream than what we've got at the nightmare we've got at the moment.